Hello dear English learners, today I'm going to explain you formal and informal letters. I'm Asqarova Komila. I work at GulDU State University. Now let's start our lesson, dear students. Now, first of all, I'm going to explain you the introduction of formal and informal letters. Of course, we know that if you want to learn English language, of course, we come across learning formal and informal letters. And first of all, we must know what is a letter. Letter is one person's written message to another person, called a letter. Now, first of all, what is a formal letter? Formal letter, a letter written a formal purpose is called formal letter, and it expresses for formal issues. Now, let's move to the types of formal letters. There are different types of formal letters in English language. The first of all is we should know letter to the editor, letter to the government, letter to the police, letter to the principal. Next one, letter, order letter, complaint letter, inquiry letter, business letter, application for a job letter, letter to the bank manager, letter to invitation letter, resignation letter, and last one is leave application letter. Now, as I mentioned above, a formal letter strictly follows the prescribed format. Of course, we know that and pay attention while writing a formal letter. You shouldn't use slangs, first of all, abbreviations and collocations. Next, while writing a formal letter, it must be precious and to the point. The subject line is very important while writing a formal letter. Now, let's move to the next, the format of formal letters. First of all is which you should write the sender's address. While writing the sender's address, you should pay attention. The address, contact details of the senders are written here. While writing a formal letter, you should pay attention, include email and phone number, your phone number. It required of if mentioned in the question. Next is date. You should write date it written below the sender's address and leaving one space or line. Next is receiver's address. The receiver's address of the recipient of the mail, principal in written here. The next is subject of the letter. The main purpose of the letter, forms of the subject. It must be written in one line. It must convey the matter for which a letter is written. Now look the next page. Next is salutation. Next is body, paragraph 1. In the paragraph 1, you should introduce yourself and you should write purpose, writing of the letter in briefly. The second is paragraph 2, give your detail of the matter. The paragraph 3 is conclude the meaning, what you expect from that company or from that project. And last one is closing, then a sender's name and designation. And of course, this about the formal letters. Next, we are moving to the informal letters. Let's think about, let's try to explain what is informal letters. A letter written for an informal purpose is called informal letters. Informal letters are written for a casual purposes. There are different types of informal letters. First of all, informal letters can be, you can write to your parent, to your siblings, to your friends, to your classmates, to your course mates, and to your neighbors. Now, let's explain, I will explain you about informal letters. An informal letter does not strictly follow the prescribed format. There is not such a format. The language must be friendly, casual. It can have extra information. The subject line is not required while writing informal letters. Of course, the format of informal letters we can look through. The first one is salutation. You should greet, hello, hi. Next one is body. Next is paragraph 1. You should start with beginning of your letter. Then paragraph 2, main content. The third one is the ending. And last one is you should say best wishes, regards, love, etc. Now that's about formal and informal letters. There is formal letters samples. Now we're going to show you some sample of formal letters. Nowadays, these are application letter to the bank manager. Dear students, now I'm going to show you about formal and informal letters with deeply version prepared by real English teachers. And while learning English lessons in this video, you able to learn formal and informal letters very clearly.
Good morning, pleased to meet you. I'm Felicity Formal. I'm quite complex and I take on more serious topics in a direct way. Hey, how's it going? I'm India Informal and I'm friendly and relaxed. I use more emotions and show more personality. Today, we are going to talk about formal and informal. When you start to write something, you should always ask yourself, who is my audience? What's the best way to communicate my message? And what style of language should I use? Answering these questions will help you to write, but how do you know what style to use? And what's the difference between formal and informal writing style? Would you normally wear shorts and a t-shirt to a job interview? If you use language which is too informal, you can give a bad impression. Formal language sounds serious. It usually has an impersonal tone. It is used for academic writing such as reports, articles, and letters such as job applications, because it sounds more professional. Informal language sounds chatty and usually has a personal tone. It is used for things like emails to friends, letters to your family, or text messages because it's friendlier. Now let's look at some differences between formal and informal English. Look at the following letter and decide if it's formal or informal and why. I need a job. Right now I study biology at uni. I'm just finding out if you need anyone. I've been working part-time in a nursing home and recently they promoted me to care assistant. I'm patient, work hard and I'm friendly. Get in touch. India Informal. So this email uses informal language and it's too informal for this style of letter, which is a letter of application. We're going to look at the 4 features that make this email look informal, and we're going to change it to make it look more formal. In informal English, we use more casual words like finding out, job, right now, and get in touch. It'd be better to use more formal words. I'm writing to apply for the position of nurse. Currently, I look forward to hearing from you. It's more common in formal English to use more shortened forms of words and verbs. Here we have uni, which is okay if you're speaking, but not when you're writing. We should use the full word university instead. And I've been, we could use I have been. Normally in formal language we use passive structures. They promoted me to care assistant should be I was promoted to the position of care assistant. We use shorter sentences in informal language such as I work hard and I'm friendly. It's better to use longer complex sentences. I'm hardworking and I work well in a team. So remember, only write informally to friends or members of your family, and be very formal when you write to people that you do not know at all.
Dear students, our lesson is over. Today's theme was formal and informal letter. See you next lesson. Goodbye.